This probably might hurt me. This probably might hurt me, man. Cause I like Malik Willis. Let's get into it. Yo, what's up, Swag? And you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Keon Lauren, aka KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Look, man, we about to react to Malik Willis' career has ended already, man. Matt Be Great posted it and said, I saw it coming. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I've been doing a lot of reactions to Matt Be Great, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of stuff that I like that he talk about, bro. He keeps it real and stuff like that, man. So, let's get into it, man. And I know some of you guys, also love the reactions that I do with, Deion Sanders and stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep going with that and stuff like that. But look, man, make sure you like the video. Let's get into it.
Malik Willis here, and I hate to say this because I think he is a great kid. You know, he donates to charities and does all that nice stuff, but his career has ended before it's even started.
Okay, we gotta find out. How the hell has his career ended already?
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You really do. Some people would say, and I have heard this, that, Matt, you got to have a crystal ball or something, and no, I disagree. I just think I got common sense. Whoa. Hold on. I know I'm getting a little bit too far ahead of myself. I know what you're sitting there saying. Yo, Matt, what in the crap are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, my friend, that's a great question, and I have an even better answer. Do you remember around this time, not even around, but exactly this time last year, when everybody was hyping up Malik Willis to be QB1 and the top quarterback in the draft? You got to remember this. Everybody was raving about Malik Willis's character. He checks off all the boxes. He's got the intangibles, etc., etc. They was hyping this kid up like he was the next best thing since sliced bread. They really were. And what did your boy Matt say? I said, ain't no way.
He
now, I'm
did
not going to
say
recap
that.
everything I said, but you can see the video right here. I said it to you.
I reacted to that.
It says
Yep.
They're lying to you. And
A year ago.
everybody in the media was trying to hype this kid up as
I
if he was
remember.
gonna be a franchise quarterback. I didn't understand it. And
Been
the reason I
reacting to
didn't
bro for a
understand
year
it is
now. That's
because
crazy.
even at the college level, he wasn't that good. I don't want y'all to take that the wrong way. At Liberty, he was decent. I mean, he was a solid quarterback. But NFL quarterback? No. Different ball game. To make a long story short, though, I
He
told
raw
you
as
guys
hell on
he is
Madden.
mediocre
Keep him
at
on Madden.
best, and he will never, let me repeat this, he will never, ever be an NFL quarterback. And well. Here we are, a year later, and your boy Matt was 100% right. Unfortunately for Malik Willis here, and I hate to say this because I think he is a great kid, he donates to charities and does all that nice stuff, but his career has ended before it's even started. There's not just one reason for it, there's multiple reasons. We're going to talk all about that in today's video. And also,
we gotta see
we're
on
talk
what you
about
talking about.
Anthony Richardson. We talked about him yesterday, but he's came out with a statement to Colts fans. We're going to talk about that a little bit as well because what Richardson said, I like it a lot. We've got a few other minor topics to speak on. You know how it goes. It is going to be a jam-packed video. We are in the off season, but there's a lot of stuff going on, as always. If you like football content, it is relatively simple. I'm not going to try to convince you. Consider joining our community. We would love to have you here. All right, Matt, shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. First things first, I say we take a look at this because this caught my eye earlier this morning. Nobody sent it to me. I just scrolled across it on Twitter. So Joe Klatt, he came out with his top 5 2024 NFL draft prospects, and would you look at that? Number 1, Marvin Harrison Jr. I'll speak on that in just a second. Number 2, Caleb Williams, the man, the myth, the legend. Number 3, Drake May, quarterback from North Kakalaki. Number 4, Brock Bowers, the tight end for
Brock Bowers like
Number
that.
5, Oludomani Fascinino. Interesting. Putting Marvin Harrison Jr. above not CJ, my bad, Caleb Williams. I don't know about all that because a lot of people feel like, and I actually believe this as well, these GMs and scouts stated if Caleb Williams was in this year's draft, 2023, he would have went number 1, and I agree. It is the most cliche comparison.
What?
I see it, and you got to bring it up. Caleb Williams, he's essentially Patrick Mahomes 2.0. I don't know another way to break it down. I'm not going to sit up here and rant and rave about Caleb Williams. Have you seen Patrick Mahomes play? Caleb Williams, he's like his little brother. The stuff Caleb Williams can do, it is magical on the field, to say the least. Love everything about his game. Also, great attitude. He checks off all the boxes. And keep in mind, this isn't his order for the draft.
I didn't think he was that all
prospects.
that
He's
good.
not saying that Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to go number 1. I do need to clarify on that because sometimes people get it confused. But still, even at that, I'd have Caleb Williams as my number 1 prospect. But that's just me. But my biggest question about this, and we're going to move on because this isn't the main topic, is I'm okay with Drake May at number 3. But who would you take if you're a NFL franchise and you need an offensive weapon? Would you take Marvin Harrison Jr. or Brock Bowers? That one's tricky to me because you can't go wrong with either one of those guys. But I think for me, I would take Marvin Harrison Jr. I feel like a wide receiver can make more of an impact than a tight end. It has more upside. Does a wide receiver have more downside as well? Yes, it does. So that is one of your risks. But Marvin Harrison
This looks
Jr.,
pink as
I
hell.
rarely say this. He's about as can't miss as there is. Absolute stud. But maybe you need a tight end, then you take Brock Bowers. It just all depends what team
my
you
lips
pick.
pink, but
Overall,
it's
I
top
think it's a
lip
decent
pink
list,
too.
though. But let's get to move on to our second topic before we get into the main topic, and that is yet again good old AR. I like to call him AR, so if you ever hear me say that, I'm referring to Anthony Richardson. So we talked all about him yesterday. If you haven't seen that video, feel free to check it out. But the Colts owner, he stated, hey, we want to start on week 1. I do not agree with that. It's risky, but if you're going to take a guy with the 4th overall pick, yeah, you want to play him. You don't want to take a guy 4th overall and sit him on the bench. Like I said, I talked all about that, but here's what I want to bring up. Anthony Richardson sent out a message to the Colts fans, and here's what he said. The criticism, I can take it, because there's truth in
This is the new Smokin' Triple Stack. Honey ham, smoked turkey, and slow smoked brisket. Only at Firehouse Subs.
Neutrogena Ultra Sheer with dry touch technology for a non-greasy feel. So sheer, only the
criticism. People see that I need to work on my accuracy and be smarter with my decisions. I take that. I'm looking at it and working to improve so I can be an all-time great NFL quarterback. Wow. Just wow. Clap it up. You want to talk about a mature response, ladies and gentlemen? That's one right there. And it all goes back to this. Another main reason the Colts decided to take him over Will Levis is because of his maturity level, is because of his ego. And when I'm talking about his ego, I ironically mean he doesn't even have one. The kid was asked about how he's going to deal with criticism, and he said this. You ask Will Levis how he's going to do with criticism, you know he would have gave you some smart, elegant response. Most people out there would have said, oh yeah, the criticism, the haters, psh, I don't care about them, they don't matter, blah, 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 blah. But with Anthony Richardson, he gave everybody the most likable response ever. Let me put it this way. How can you not like this kid? How can you not like him? You could say, okay, he's not accurate, but that's the only bad thing you can say about him. And now that we're talking about it and I'm thinking about it, I do want to bring this up. Over the past couple of days, we've been talking about Levis a lot. I've had multiple sources, multiple people reach out to me and say that there's attitude problems and people are concerned with his ego. And yet again, I'm talking about Levis, not Richardson. You guys know me. Anything and everything I say on my channel, I have facts and evidence to back up those claims. But this right here, I have none, so I want to be clear on that as well. I have no idea if that's true or not. If Will Levis does have a major ego, if he does have some attitude problems, I don't know that to be true. That's just what I've been told. So if you know anything about that in the comment section, let me know. A matter of fact, I'll say this and we'll get a move on. I've had a source reach out to me and say, quote unquote, word for word, that nobody loves Will Levis like Will Levis. I thought that was interesting. Apparently there's some concerns there with the ego. And we've seen this story before. Typically, quarterbacks with egos, they don't tend to do so well. At least in the recent couple of years, a couple that come in my mind, Baker Mayfield, Johnny Manziel. Will Levis kind of feels like he's in that same category. He's a good-looking dude. He got the hot, or had the hot girlfriend. You know, he's top quarterback.
That's crazy. She left him.
You kind of get some reminiscences here.
Left him because he went second round.
But here's the thing with Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield. They had generational talent. Will Levis,
she couldn't secure the bag.
Not so much. So he's got the ego of a Johnny Manziel for Baker Mayfield, but he's not as talented either. Not a good combination. Yet again, do want to make this clear, that's just rumors, that's just stuff I've heard. But now finally, moving on to the main topic of the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto this video, we got to talk about good old Malik Willis. Well, actually, we're going to talk about Malik Willis and Will Levis because it goes hand in hand, and I think you guys probably assume that. I've been following this situation pretty closely. So about it, I think it was, it was 6-7 days ago. Rumors came out that the Titans have reportedly, quote-unquote, lost faith in Malik Willis. Why don't they believe in him already? It's only year 2. Well, it has a lot to do with he's not that good of a quarterback, plain and simple. Let's not sugarcoat it. As a matter of fact, he's not even been close to mediocre. I mean, immediately the game that comes to my mind, did you see him last year against the Kansas City Chiefs? That was pitiful. I get it. He didn't have the greatest wide receiver core, but man, that was just bad. And whoa, hold on. I know a bunch of you run to the comments right now. Well, Matt, he only played in 3 or 4 games. How are they writing him off already? That is a fair question, but let me give you a great analogy. Have you ever started talking to or dating a girl for about 2, 3, 4 weeks, and about week 3, week 4, you started to realize, dang, she's got a lot of red flags. Dang, she's really crazy. And at that point in time in week 3 or week 4, you got to make a vital decision. Hey, do I continue to ride out this crazy train, or do I just cut it off here? Do I just end things off here, which in reality would be the best case scenario? I've seen enough. Ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what has happened here for the Titans. They've seen enough. It all goes back to this too. An ace is an ace, a spade is a spade. What I mean by that? Well, just like this comment says right here, Matt don't miss when it's about quarterbacks. Knows his stuff. I saw that comment the other day. And by the way,
That's why I've
thank
been
you for the
reacting to
kind
him a
words, and I
lot
thought
more
about
than
it.
like
I was
anybody
like,
else.
Every analysis I've had on quarterbacks over my years, they've been close, if not too right, almost 100% of the time. Over the years, especially this year, if you've been watching the channel, have I been wrong on some of my picks for college football games and simple stuff like that? Yes, of course. I've been wrong multiple times, a lot, and we've already stated that. But the two things I'm right on more times than not are head coaches and quarterbacks. I watched Caleb Williams play one game, and I said it then and there. I said, yep, this kid's special, generational talent. And that was at Oklahoma. Another recent example, as soon as Brian Harsin was hired at Auburn, I told you guys that day, and I got a lot of backlash for it. I said, Brian Harsin will be fired in 3 or 4 years. He's not SEC material. And people laughed at me. Everybody's like, come on, Matt, how are you saying that? You got to give him a chance. No, an ace is an ace, a spade is a spade. What do I mean by that? Well, let's get back on track here with Malik Willis. At Liberty, he had 27 touchdowns, not bad, but 12
I remember that. He
interceptions.
was saying he wasn't that good.
At Liberty, he only completed 61% of his passes. Liberty. He ain't even playing good competition, but here is the game that I circled and I brought up time after time. Everybody was hyping this game up. Malik Willis and Liberty, they were playing Ole Miss, and at the time, Ole Miss was ranked.
Matt Corral went off. I ain't gonna lie. He
Liberty
fired.
had a chance to win the game. They only lost 27-14. But Willis had 0 touchdowns and 3 INTs. And that was the only tough game they played all year long, and he wet the bed. And it wasn't just that one game. Another game right here, Louisiana Monroe. They got blown out. He was 14 for 34.
Damn.
14 for 34. Terrible. 40% completion percentage.
Oh my
Had 2
gosh.
interceptions again. Look, man, I can't break this down anymore. If I see you struggling against Ole Miss and Louisiana Monroe, why should I believe for a second
That's true.
you're NFL
That's true.
caliber? You're an NFL caliber.
I feel like you just got to give him a
Laugh
chance,
it,
see
but
what happens in
I just
preseason.
don't understand why people hyped him up. And for the Titans this year, let's just take a look at the 3 games where he passed the ball the most. In the first matchup against Houston, he was 6 for 10, had 55 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 INT. Okay,
Damn.
not too shabby. But here's where things start to go downhill. Against Kansas City Chiefs, I believe this was either a Monday night or Thursday
please
night
refresh my
game.
mind.
Awful. The numbers don't even do it justice, but he was 5 for 16, 80 yards. 5 for 16. Man, that's terrible. And his QBR was 10. 10. And last but not least, the day before Christmas against Houston, again, 14 for 23, under 100 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 INTs. For the season, he had 276 passing yards, 0, I'm going to repeat that, 0 touchdowns, and 3 INTs, QBR of 12.4.
That's 12.
So to all the
That's
people out there that are
12.4,
saying,
that's
well,
terrible.
dang, why'd they lose faith in him? This is why. Remember, and I'm going to
That's
highlight for you
terrible.
right here, this came out 6 or 7 days ago. This was before they picked Will Levis. The Titans getting another quarterback just solidifies this
Terrible.
even more that, yeah, they're done with Willis. And as much as I've ragged on Will Levis, I will tell you right now up front, it ain't even close. Will Levis currently is better than Malik Willis. I don't even think it's that close. Am I?
He better than Will, but we got to see though.
Because I had Hendon Hooker ahead of Will Levis, but that's just me. Hendon Hooker is a better quarterback than Will Levis at this current moment in time, but that is a different conversation for a different day. That's how the cookie crumbles. They gave him an opportunity. They let him start a couple games.
To be honest, I'm going to end it off like this, bro. Give both quarterbacks a chance. Let them battle it out, and we going to find out that way. I'll see y'all in the next video, man. I'm about to watch the Lakers game, bro. And now, well, my thoughts and reaction as soon as the highlights, well, not the highlights, but as soon as the, you know, the what you call it drop. I'm sorry, you guys, my PS4 is making that noise. Stay swagged up.